know about this. Okay, much better. Do you want to take better, cuter photos for your Sims houses? Well, let me introduce you to pose mods. Y'all, ever since I figured out pose mods, I have been obsessed. Pose mods, or poses, or pose packs, are custom animations that creators make to help us create better photos and screenshots for when we're playing Sims. So today, I'm gonna do a quick and easy guide of how to get started with poses in The Sims 4. Just a quick note that we will be downloading mods, so unfortunately this only works for PC and Mac players. Okay, so you're gonna need a few mods to get started with using poses. The first thing you're gonna wanna download is the Andrew Pose Player. This allows us to select which pose packs that we wanna use and helps us organize and set our Sims up for poses. The next mod you're gonna wanna download is the Teleport Any Sims mod. This mod will allow us to place an object, that's the suit of armor, click on it, and then teleport a Sim to that exact location. The last mod that I personally recommend is the Ravasheen ISO Love Photos mod. This is a full control camera mod that allows you to take photos in game without having to have a Sim behind the camera. So you'll download all of these mods and put them in your mod folder. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is find some poses. This is the fun part, or it's the challenging part if you're me. It is so challenging to find 8 Sim poses for my specific family makeup. So instead of trying to find exactly what I'm looking for, I'm going to find a pose that allows me to showcase a lot of my family members, even though they're not all going to be in the same photo. Poses are all over the place. I've been finding poses on Pinterest. A lot of creators make their poses available on their Patreon. Sometimes they have them for free. Sometimes you can pay to be in someone's Patreon and get access to better poses. Now, one site that's cool is this Poses Master List. It's a Tumblr page, and you can come on this page and find basically the exact combination of poses that you're looking for. So I actually found a pose pack that I want to try. So let's try this one in game and see how to set it up. Let me know what your favorite poses are down in the comments below. Okay, so I'm currently in live mode with the household that I want to be taking the pictures with. And there's a couple of things I'm going to want to do to set up for taking photos with the pose mod. The first thing I like to do is turn off autonomy. So if you play with autonomy on, just go into your game options, go into gameplay, and then select off for autonomy and hit apply changes. Then the next thing I like to do is I like to go through for the Sims that are going to be in the picture and turn off their needs. So I do this by holding down Shift and clicking on the Sim, and then I go to cheat need and disable need decay. And then I'll also do the same thing and click make happy. And I'm gonna do that for all the Sims that are gonna be in the pose. The next thing you're gonna wanna make sure is that you have the camera, the full control camera out on a tripod. If you search Ravasheen, RVSN, the camera should come up. Make sure that when you look at your content that you have custom content selected. So I have this out exactly where I want it to be. The camera is facing in the direction of where I want the photos to be. All the Sims who are not going to be in the photo, I'm just going to move them out of the way. So I'm going to shift click and click teleport here. And then for this other Sim who's also not going to be in the picture, I'm going to teleport here too. And then when I hit play, then they're moved. We need to make sure that MoveObjects is on. Open the cheat box, Control Shift C, type testing cheats on, and then type bb.moveObjects on. So now MoveObjects is on. The MoveObjects cheat is a great cheat that allows us to place objects almost anywhere, and it allows us to overlap objects, which we're gonna need to do for the next step. So now I'm gonna go into build mode and get the teleporter object. So I'm gonna just type in teleporter, and it comes up here. If you wanna find it, it should be under decorations and miscellaneous. Now I do have a mod called Better Build By, so I don't know if Better Build By organizes this for me or if you're able to like find it on your own. But again, it's called Sim Teleporter Destination. So you should be able to search for it and it comes up. I'm going to place one teleporter down for every Sim that's in the pose. For the pose that I found, there's going to be 5 Sims in the pose. And so I need to place 5 teleporters down. I'm going to place them in the exact same place right on top of each other. And that's why we turned on MoveObjects. So I'm going to place one. I'm going to hold down Shift and I'm going to place 4 more. So I had 1, now I have 2, 3, 4, 5. and they're all just stacked on top of each other. Now I'm gonna go back into live mode and I'm gonna teleport my Sims to that exact location and select the pose that I need them to do. I'm just gonna click on the teleporter and I'm gonna click teleport a Sim here. Teleport a Sim here works for any Sim that's on the lot with you, but if the Sim is not on the lot with you, just click summon a Sim. I'm gonna teleport the dad. He teleports immediately. Then I'm gonna click on him and I'm gonna click pose by pack. These are all of the pose mods that I've downloaded into my game. So I'm going to click on this one, this family of poses. This is the one that I found that I wanted to try. I'm gonna click on dad 1 because that's the character that I'm placing now. And then once I click on it, I have to exit out of the pose mod. When I hit play, he immediately goes into the location that he needs to be in for this pose. So now I'm going to teleport a Sim here and I'm gonna teleport my mom, and then I'm gonna click on her again and I'm gonna click pose by pack. I'm gonna find that pose pack and I'm gonna find the pose that I want her to be in and just exit out of that. And then when I hit play, she is now also in that pose. Now we can't see it because we still have more teleporters and more Sims to bring in. So I'm just gonna continue doing that. The last little Sim that I need to transport is the infant. I have found with infants, sometimes I need to like tell them to pose twice. So don't be alarmed if when you tell the infant to pose, it doesn't do it the first try. So let's see if it works. Yeah, he didn't do anything. So I'm gonna do it again. Click infant. Yeah, now I see the pose actions pulled up. So now I think he will actually do it. And boom, look at them. So cute, all in their poses, exactly the way I wanted them to be. So now here, obviously I can just take a few screenshots if I want, but if I want in-game photos, this is the next thing I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm just gonna click this Sim who I want the photos to go into their inventory. And I'm going to click on the Ravasheen camera and I'm gonna click take photo. And now I have all of my Sims here in a photo. And this works just like the in-game camera where I can zoom in, I can rotate, and I can adjust the lens if I want. You can also use your mouse and click into the frame and move it around to get more precise. One thing that I personally like is I need to turn off the flash because I find that the flash makes an ugly filter on all of the photos. So I'm gonna turn that off. And I like to take at least one picture for every size and each orientation. And I'm gonna take one photo in a small, one photo in medium, and one photo in large. And then I'm gonna switch the orientation as well. And I'm gonna do one photo small, one photo medium, and one photo large. Now that I'm done, I'm just gonna click on everybody and tell them to stop posing. And then when you hit play, they're all done. If I go into his inventory, I should have all of the photos here ready to view. And these are real photos that you can have in game and decorate your Sims houses with. And look at that. And I like getting one of every size just because sometimes I don't know like where I want the photo to go quite yet. So having one of each size allows me to put them in shelves or put them on the wall and create a gallery wall with different photos. I made this video for past me, who was on live struggling trying to figure out how to use pose mods in The Sims 4. Turns out it was super easy. Also, if you didn't know, I do go live every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time playing Sims and being silly. So make sure you're subscribed so you can check it out next time I go live. One thing to note though is if you're placing your Sims and you realize that you make a mistake, you can just click on your Sim. For example, I can change which pose they're doing and that shouldn't affect the rest of the Sims. I'm just gonna go and put her back with the right pose and the right mod. So this is the pose that I was using, so I'm just gonna put her back to that one. But if you find that you made a mistake and you want to place another teleporter down, just be warned that placing a teleporter down after everyone is already posed will reset your Sims. So if I was like, oh wait, actually I needed to add somebody else and I just added the teleporter in, everybody resets and you're gonna have to start over. So just be careful and take your time when you are trying to place your Sims. And that's all folks, that's really it. It's super easy and super fun to use pose mods in The Sims 4. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and turning on post notifications so you know when my next video goes up. And the fun doesn't have to stop now. Check out my other videos here. Until next time, dag dag!